that's it's a great thing. Like, it's a really good thing because there's folks that just they really to want to be better, right? And a lot of them have not learned that in, nature nurture situation. They're whatever.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is training and mentoring and stuff, but maybe they didn't get it from their parents or whatever. So, or maybe they just made poor choices and their parents kicked them out or whatever it is. I mean, who even knows? There's a thousand reasons under the sun. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
So I did I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're the boss.
Well, I would like to check on your breathing exercises, and then
Great.
I am hoping that we're going to be moving, uh, you know, on
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. So the third one, it discovered some. Well,
What did you discover? No, I need to hear the feedback.
okay. Okay.
So,
What I discovered was somewhere along the line. Somewhere along the line, I on the exhale at the end of number two. On the exhale, it wasn't so much. I felt physically something collapse. And I don't know if I'm supposed to feel that, or I just let something collapse, or I don't know if when I'm exhaling at the end of that,
yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to ignore or resist the collapse and just ease into the exhale.
Okay. Question.
Yeah,
Excuse me. When you're saying the end of number two, you
yeah,
mean like at the very, very end when you're standing there, you've already done your three breaths and you've
right.
relaxed your shoulders and you let everything go. Is that
That
what you mean?
that's
Okay.
what I mean.
Okay. Um, well, I think probably more along the lines of the ease one,
Oh,
because
okay.
if you try to go faster than your body naturally does, then you kind of end up blowing rather than just letting the exhale happen. Does that make sense? And I don't want to cross that line into blowing the air out. I just want it to be let go. Does that make sense?
Sense. Also, yes. Um, Also, I find I can hold my breath for longer when um, I remember I remember when I stop the 45-degree angle and assume my new position. I can hear in my head Natalie saying, "Push out, push out, push out, push out."
But you can't
And
remember
when
what
I
you're supposed to push out?
yeah
Your
yeah
rib cage.
yeah like I'm pregnant.
Your rib cage, not your
Yeah,
belly.
push out. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yes, I do. I
Okay,
do.
okay. You got that.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Push
Okay.
out, and so when I'm pushing up my rib cage,
Hmm.
I mean, after I do that, it seems that I have a renewed breath, even though I'm not breathing anymore. I have, so in other words, I'm here. I'll do it fast motion. I'm here. I'm here. This is where I pushed out, and it becomes easier when if I don't push out, it doesn't become easier. I'm not taking in any more air.
Right.
I'm just pushing the rib cage forward, and so I don't know. I mean, is
Okay.
it?
Pause.
Yes.
First of all, that's good. We want that to feel that way. Okay. You want to feel a sense of ease at this, not, but I'm not instructing you to push your rib cage forward. I see what you're doing, but what that does is actually throws your spine slightly out of alignment.
Okay.
So, because remember, the ribs are fixed and fused to the um, sternum in the front, right?
Okay.
So, if in order to push out your front ribs to have that sensation of you have to curve your spine. That's not what we're going for. Okay.
Oh.
You want, because your ribs are articulated here. This is where the joints are. And this is where any expansion happens from the back and the sides. So when I say push out, I mean this way. So you want to think,
Oh.
press your ribs as far as the east is from the west. So
Oh.
some people call breathing when singing, they'll call it rib cage breathing. They'll call it back breathing. We've already discussed why belly breathing is kind of the wrong idea. That's not actually what's happening. But you do want that sense of expansion all across your back rib cage. And the rib cage does lift this way, but not in order to get this, the spine has to curve.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
isolating the rib cage from your spine. Or
I
at
guess
least
you could say that. You're
yeah,
just you're
that,
those muscles are lifting
yeah.
up those ribs and spreading them out. And
Okay.
yes, yes,
Okay.
I mean okay, I could agree with that statement. Okay, does that help clarify?
Yeah.
Okay, can I see you do like 3 in a row?
Okay. I still
Uh,
do my Esther Williams thing, just slow.
That's fine. Let's flow, baby. Remember, don't drop everything. Don't let this curve forward when you let that go. Stay standing up. What you just did is you went like this.
Oh,
So
okay.
stay up, keep your string up. Just let the rib cage fall from there.
Okay.
Okay? Keep going. That otherwise look fantastic, especially the Esther Williams part. I'm gonna mess you up, make you laugh, start telling corny jokes. Oh yeah, good.
I've been meaning to ask you, what is the purpose of the three breaths?
Okay, I'm so glad you asked. Hold on. Did I show you? Did I show you this last time?
Oh, is that like a plunger?
It's just well, no, it's a candle cover that's shaped like a coffee cup lid, and but it's silicone, and I was explaining all this to one of my students, and I was like, "Oh my word, I'm going to start using this all the time because it is the closest thing I have to a plunger."
Plunger.
I used to have a mini plunger, but I have no idea where it is. I've moved twice since I bought it, so it's gone. But all right. So when you lift your arms and expand your rib cage, like so, let's say this is the diaphragm at rest if it's kind of up like that, but we pull the bottom, the top goes down, so we already know that, right? Now, here you are in this expanded state. The diaphragm is still relaxed, it's just being stretched out. Your lungs are expanded. It created the vacuum, the air came in, right? We're past all that. And you're just standing there holding that air in your lungs, right? So then you ask yourself, you put your hand up and hand on your chest and hand on your belly button, and you ask yourself to give you 3 exhales, right? Here's what happens to the diaphragm. Okay. So the diaphragm goes, okay. So the diaphragm has to engage. And so it goes push, push, push for your 3 breaths. But after each push, it relaxes, and when it goes back to relax, it flattens out. What
Oh,
happens when it flattens out? The whole process, the whole thing happens, all the sequence. When it flattens out, after it's pushed up, it shoves a little bit of air out of the lungs. It flattens back out. It's not shaped right to do this, but flattens back out, and that gives the lungs that little bit of space back, creates the vacuum again, pulls the air back in. So the inhale happens automatically, right? So let me, if I gave you any other nomenclature besides the following, scratch everything heretofore, heretofore
here
from the
before,
record,
here before.
and henceforth and forevermore, we shall say, execute 3 exhales, right? So you're in your expanded state and you go, exhale, it relaxes. Get down there. Exhale, it relaxes.
Good.
Exhale,
Good.
it relaxes.
Good.
So those, you are only engaging the exhale and then you let the inhale happen and it's instantaneous. Then your arms go down by your sides and you relax your shoulders and then you let your rib cage go back and the diaphragm goes back to its resting position. Does that help at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little visual. Thank you, Lid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me do another
All
one
right,
too.
one more or two, whatever. Yep.
Okay.
And then I want to do a little, I'm going to have a little fun with that in a challenging way. We'll see what happens.
Can I do 2 songs at the end?
Absolutely.
I
If you
mean,
wish. Let's,
with you.
we'll do, I know. Yeah, after we're done, you can do all the
Oh,
songs you want. We'll save 20 minutes and we do 10 minutes each song. How's that?
okay.
Let me set a doodad. 50, 30.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Start that again. Because what you did was you raised your arms and then you sucked air in.
Oh,
So we want you to just raise your arms and let the air come in.
oh,
It's
I
much
didn't know.
gentler than that. Yeah, yeah.
That's what I usually do. You know why?
Okay,
Because that last one I was a little more out of breath. That's why.
sure. Okay. Yeah, good. Good. Okay.
So I did 50. So before this class, I did 15 the old way.
Okay. Of like sucking
So,
in the
so I'll
air.
have to do. So afterwards, I'll do more, of course.
Awesome. Okay, now let's play with this. Let's build off this. We're gonna we're not exactly doing exercise 3 yet because that's got a little bit of elements we're not going to do right now, but we're just going to try something. All
All
right,
right.
so you're going to go through your exercise 2. Then when you get to the point, can't see what you can see. All right, when you get to the point where you're about to do your 3 breaths, your rib cage is expanded, you started here, you go. Okay, we do the 6, we go down here, we count to 6, and here we are. We're standing there, we're ready to do 3 breaths, but we're not going to do 3 breaths. We're going to pick any old pitch, whatever comes out of your mouth, doesn't matter, just pick one and do it. and you're going to sing as much of the alphabet on one breath as you can.
Oh.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What you're going to feel is this hand,
Hmm.
your belly button hand,
Right.
slowly moving in. Because this is happening. Right? This is having to keep a steady increasing pressure on the lungs to keep that airflow going steadily through your larynx and your so therefore this hand is just going to follow. It's just going to A, B. It's not going to be a jerk like the three breaths are. It's just going to be this. And then when you get to however many you get to, don't let your rib cage fall.
Right.
Keep it expanded, but let your diaphragm relax.
Uh-huh.
All right? And then we're going to let the rib cage fall.
Okay. Give it a whirl. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J,
Okay, hold on, pause. You're not doing what I asked you.
What?
You're singing the ABC song. I said pick a pitch and slow and steady sing the alphabet on it. Because what you did was because I want you to use one
So one tone.
diaphragmatic breath fully, and then I want you to feel the diaphragm go shook like that. And when you sing the song, you automatically take breaths at the end of each phrase. And that's not what we're going for. We're going for muscle
Oh,
building and isolation.
absorbed. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Ooh.
Let it go. Good. Now, I wanted you to sing it, but that's okay. That you did it better that time. That was better. You were really trying to stay expanded and you were
Yeah.
really trying to keep. So now, what you're going to see when you watch the video playback is you're going to see yourself at about H, your chest starts caving and your shoulders start rounding forward. I want you to fight that. And I just want, because what that's doing is it's trying to compensate for the fact that your diaphragm is working itself to death, trying to push up slow and steady. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, U. Okay, and then
Okay, that's
let the inhale happen.
the
Keep
demonstration.
keep expanded. Let the inhale happen. Then arms by sides, let it go.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
You want to do one more or you want to move on?
No, I'll do one more.
Okay.
I want to feel that. And then I had a question to ask you about that too, about
Sure.
something else. Related to this.
Sure.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. I was fighting it.
Absolutely. Yep. And you want to you want to don't sacrifice form to try to get further. That's going to happen. You're going to get further and further as you strengthen and learn that diaphragmatic isolation. Like, and as that gets more and more comfortable, and as all these muscles get
Yeah.
stronger to hold the rib cage in place. That is what singers do. All right. So this is we are taking this graduated approach to getting there, but where it's a graduated but shortcutted, because otherwise, I've already complained to you that a lot pedagogues will all tell you, lift your rib cage when you sing, and let your rib cage, expand your rib cage, but they don't. I'm not saying nobody else in the universe does this but me, because I
No.
learned it from other people. I'm just saying, broadly speaking, very few people will break it down so you can, because you are going to get stronger that way, the just let it happen way, and just, keep your ribcage expanded way, but it's going to be real slow, right? This is a shortcut. This is like going to the gym for singers. Like, this is the singing gym. That's what I should call this. The singing gym.
There you go.
Yeah, I did.
Find it.
I interviewed a guy one time whose tagline was "We train vocal athletes." I like that.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
But
Yeah.
anyways, okay.
Oh,
That was good.
so I also did the 1.5 arpeggios.
Good.
Okay, I really, except for number two, the Maz. You have a like almost 5 minute Ma exercise that I have ready and able at a fingertips touch, and all the 1.5, the Maz, and number two, of course, and singing on my own. That's pretty much what I did. I didn't do that. Um, I didn't do the vocal aerobics. That I practiced the cover tone, with all these funny faces that I'm making with it. Things like that,
Yes.
and I deliberately, with intention, actually. I
Good.
don't,
Yes.
don't mean to make fun of it,
No.
but it's kind of this. I do sound kind of funny when I do it, but otherwise, that's what I did.
Cool. Anything you do with intention, paying attention to what is happening, you're going to learn from it, because your body is your best teacher. So this play and this experimentation, as long as it's not causing you pain,
Hmm.
you're going to learn if you're paying attention. So I think that's great. Do it all.
All right,
Do whatever comes to mind.
right.
So, all right, I am adding the breathing exercise number 2. I'm calling it the add-on. The sing
And
sung
okay.
alphabet. Okay. All right, so I'm calling it that plus labeling. Oh, by the way, this is the whole sung alphabet. You might have seen that. Hold on. Oh, darn, my book is upstairs.
I didn't.
The-
In either of the two textbooks, I didn't see any of that.
I wonder if it's only, well, I've taught from these textbooks for years, and my student before you pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh, I never noticed that.
Oh,
Okay, I think she has them in every book, because this is a different one. So it's called breath control exercise. So, and she talks about, expanding your rib cage and such, or, yeah, but she doesn't like really teach how to do it. So this gets you there. But if you will look for the title of the page is breath control exercise, and it's in between her stuff on respiration and phonation. Yeah,
Could,
the breath control.
actually, if you could give me a page, a page
Well, I
number.
don't have your book with me, but it's going to be
Oh,
around page 10-ish.
okay.
Let
Oh,
me let me see what it is in this book. In the
okay. Ah,
in
I
the
actually I don't have my book close by either. So I'm good.
yeah,
The title or subtitle is breath control.
yeah. Breath
Okay.
control exercise.
Breath
Because you
control.
read
Oh,
all the breath control section months ago. This is the breath
yes.
control exercise at the end of it. This book,
Okay.
the high soprano has it on page 8. The what mezzo soprano has it on page 10. It's probably in every book. I just don't have the other books around here. So, because that's
Okay.
real good. So what we've done is we've combined, and I just had this brainchild today because I, I, I mean, I'm sure I did that exercise 35 or 40 years ago when I first came across the labeling book when my singing teacher introduced me to it, but
Mm.
I haven't paid any attention to that in obviously a long time. So she was like, "This has been the best exercise." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" Okay, so we've added that too. We've taken Jeannie
Okay.
Diva slash Margaret Riddleberger's breathing exercise number 2, and we've added it with Estelle Liebling's, alphabet, sung alphabet, and put them together into a powerhouse. All right, so hip hop, hooray!
All
All
right.
right, the add-on power. I'm going to call it the add-on powerhouse. Okay, good. Um,
Great.
we have 9 minutes until song 1 takes
Okay.
place. All right. So, I had asked you, okay, wait, I'm on the wrong screen. Just a second. Last time we did night and day. Let me get rid of that. Okay. So we did, all right, that was last time. Okay.
I could, if you want, I could do I could find the 1.5 arpeggio that I was practicing all week. You told me to look. I looked on YouTube. I didn't even know her name, but um, it was like a 4 minute arpeggio that 1.5, and she just kept upping the starting tone.
Yeah, sure.
That kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do it right now, but sure, I'd love to have that link. That
Okay.
so I'm always looking for stuff like that.
Okay, great.
Easy stuff that I can just do with students. All right,
Yeah.
because why recreate the wheel? I'm like, if somebody else has bothered to produce it on YouTube, I don't need to do it too. Um,
Okay.
okay, so let us. I want to point out something for you that we have not addressed, but I want you to add it to your training. Where did it go? Okay, let me pull up a picture. I'm just going to show you a picture. Um, because there's 2 principles out of it that are important to know. All right, so one thing, to recognize is that your mouth is your trumpet, right? And this is where your voice it resonates throughout your whole upper body, but that's what creates your voice. It creates your unique timbre and texture to your voice and all that kind of stuff, and it also amplifies the original sound wave. But ain't nothing going to happen if you don't open your mouth, right? So, and you are not bad at opening your mouth. You're actually pretty good. Okay. But I want to show you this so that you have in mind a way to train to continue further developing that skill. Because,
Okay.
so this is clearly this person's jaw is dropped. And here's what I teach people: take 2 fingers,
Vertically.
stick them in your mouth vertically. Uh-huh. Okay. Go ahead and pull them out. Yep. Now, you don't have to be open any wider than this, But you are robbing yourself of sound if you are opening less than this, especially on open vowels, right? Obviously, you have to move your jaw for every consonant. It's got to do something, and your tongue's got to move in now, around in there. And we haven't talked too much about tongue placement. We'll talk about that another time. I just want to focus on this today.
Mhm.
Um, and so that is number one, is if you close your mouth, that's the whole principle of occluded. Remember that semi-occluded vocal tract training? When you sound fancy, you do that. Um, you say that phrase, but
Five
um,
times fast.
this 5 times fast.
Semi-occluded vocal. I can't even.
I won't worry
Semi-occluded
about
vocal
it.
tract training. Semi-occluded vocal tract training. So,
Yes.
nah.
The so now so because when you have your mouth covered, the air cannot escape as effectively, right? Well, if you have it total,
Yeah.
and the decibel level goes down by like 30 decibel, uh, d- uh, uh, whatever it's called, decibels. That is the unit. Okay.
Okay.
So the sound level goes down by like 30 decibels. Now, so when you have your voice, when you're singing, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, it's going to be real different sounding from this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, I'm not trying to do like, I'm not trying to do a full on like, here, but I am trying to just make the point that just doing a little bit more open mouth makes a big difference, decibel level wise. When you practice not occluding your vocal tract, giving the less occlusion, the better, by just keeping that jaw dropped. And notice I don't say open your mouth, because when I tell people, I learned a long time ago, I tell people open their mouth, they go like this. Okay. And now watch where my chin level goes. So here my chin is, and I'm at conversation level. It's just normal.
Mm.
If I say open your mouth and people go like this, now my chin level is a full finger width higher than what it was before. So, which makes all these muscles have to engage to hold my head in place, right? We don't want that. And you will notice every professional singer who has any level of longevity, they sing with their chin at a conversational level. They don't sing down here. They don't sing up here. They sing here no matter what. And in fact, the higher note they sing, true for operatic tenors, true for sopranos, true for anybody who's going up in their voice, we tend to want to go like this, but it works against you. So you want to practice
Yeah.
now, just
Yeah.
keeping yourself at a conversation level. Now, let's talk about the why the picture of a trumpet over here. Um, that is okay. Look at the little. We've got the teeth here. Can you see my arrow?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the teeth here, and there's the bottom teeth. Notice there's a little space in between the lip and the teeth. And the teeth are the last hard surface that your sound waves are going to bounce off of. Like when you drop your jaw, you actually take a little bit of the sponginess of your cheeks away, and you actually harden them up just a little bit, which helps press the sound forward, push the sound forward. When you move your lips off your teeth, it helps the sound bounce just that little bit. Now, we're not talking like you're going to go from this to this, right? It's all the little things that we can train toward that just give you a clearer, brighter sound without a whole lot of extra effort. A lot of training effort, yes, but when you're singing, you're not going to sing like this, okay? When you're performing, you're not going to sing like this. But when you're training and you're doing your mamas and you're
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
all this stuff, I want you to think about forming those trumpet lips and about dropping that jaw, because that is going to teach your muscles where to go, where you want them to be when they're singing. It's like doing baseball drills. You know, like my husband coaches. He's coached for all my like, and you coach the drill. You coach the. They know where to go during plays because you coach the drill over and over and over and over again, so that it becomes reflexive. That's what we're doing. So when you do yours, ma ma ma, I want you to drop your jaw in an almost exaggerated way, but not more than two fingers, and exaggerate the trumpety lip
Great.
movement. So, all right, we are ready for song number one.
Song number one. Here goes. Okay, and now that's what I recorded of it. Here and here and ah. You know, in another lifetime, I'm going to be a male cheerleader. I'm a,
Okay.
I'm a, I'm a 74-year-old male cheerleader, especially when I have something to celebrate and something to cheer about. So, without further ado, give me an L. It's for the way you look at me. O is for the only one that I see. B is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love is made for me and you. Modified East Coast swing.
I love East Coast Swing.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one that I see. E is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. I said love was made for me and you.
Very fun.
That was that.
I like it. Okay, some comments.
Yes,
Um,
please.
I feel like you're holding back. You've commented before, like I practiced it totally differently, than when I sang it for you. Where were you today on the scale of 10 is I'm totally being myself and I'm singing it at full voice as I would sing it if I was dinner entertaining, and 1 is I feel completely ill at ease and not confident about it.
Oh, um, I felt like I was about a 6 in as far as confidence level. While I was singing, I was very aware of not doing things that I did not want to do.
Hmm.
when I was practicing. So it's a combination. You know, they say try to make it look like it's nothing at all, like it's casual.
Hmm.
Try to make it look that way. Now, also, I don't want I don't want to feel like I'm pushing.
Hmm.
There's sometimes because you know if I feel if I'm going to be pushing, deliberately pushing, I guess that's part of the learning process. But things are going to go aren't going to be as smooth if I'm pushing. You know, if I'm pushing, I'm in my own way.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so my confidence level was about a 6 because I was thinking of um, relax your voice here, relax your voice there. Yeah.
Okay. Um, fair. Thank you for sharing. Okay. The the first thing I wrote down was let it rip.
Oh,
So,
really?
yes, like this is a very exuberant song.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, you do want to like your demeanor is casual. Your demeanor is approachable and friendly and excited, right? So the but vocally it feels like you're holding back. It feels that I feel a cognitive dissonance. It's not like I want you to be sloppy, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like you're, yeah, and it's fine. It could just be that you're at this stage of like, analyzing everything while you're in the midst of doing it, which is completely fair and where, it has to be for a while, it has to sit there for a while, where when we're working a song, um, and you're
Yeah.
over analyzing and
Oh yeah.
speculating.
Like this. I don't know if you can see that. I print out lyrics,
Yeah.
and there are certain words that I don't want to do stuff I don't want to do on.
Yes,
So
that's excellent.
stuff
That's
like that.
really good. I will do that too. I will create my cheat sheet and I'll have certain things highlighted and this, that, and the other. Um, so okay, but that was the first thing as I said let her rip. Okay. Overall, it was quite nice. There was your tone quality for a lot of the vowels and stuff was real good. So that was nice. I was gonna say, tr- um, maybe sometimes we change the key to find the key that our voice really shines in, and that we can bring that equilibrium of like, okay, well, how does the song sound compared to how my voice in that key delivers this song?
Right.
Because there are areas of our vocal range that we naturally have slightly less power in, lending a little bit less kind of authority or whatever it is to our voice. So, which can all, we train those areas, but when you're like, okay, well, I have to
Oh, yeah.
perform this month,
Yeah.
I don't have, 6 months to, or, 2 months to train this. I got to do it in 3 weeks, so, or 2 weeks or 2 days. So sometimes changing the key is your ticket. So I just wrote down, try it a half step lower, see what happens, but I think your key is higher. I think you want to try it a half step higher,
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go.
a half step higher, and you might in each whenever you experiment with a new key, you want to do it several times. You don't want to rule out that key just because like it feels awkward the first time because you've grown accustomed to hearing it at a certain key,
Yes.
singing it in a
Yeah.
certain key, and that you have worked the song and worked your voice and found
Yeah. So
placement you like in that key. You have to do the same thing again. There's a lot, it's less work, but you still have to do a bunch of work to find the placement.
I'm not going to tell you anything you don't know. I remember I've been doing this kind of thing like on a lark for you know for almost forever, and I do remember maybe 5 years ago or so seeing that there karaoke programs with these songs where you can change the key in the
Uh,
karaoke.
I've
I
got
got to
one.
investigate that again because that's
I've got one. Hold on. Let me open my bookmark manager. Uh, I gotta remember what it's called. All
because
right,
I
you queue up your second song.
okay
I'm gonna keep looking. I might have to go.
because I'm using the free ones. Good, and I'm going to send you also the 1.5 that was like 5 minutes long. That okay.
Where is that?
Hmm.
Boom. Okay.
Okay. Oh. Ah. Yeah, there's something in premium controls. The free version of all these that I've been using um, don't have the premium controls. So I'm gonna, yeah, if you have one that's a good one, yeah, please do.
I do. I do. I'm just yeah. Go ahead and queue up your next song.
Okay,
I'm looking for it
I have
while
it
you do
queued.
that.
I have it queued.
Okay. And you can start.
Okay.
I am
By the
looking.
way, this one song, uh, "The Girl from Ipanema," I change one word occasionally in the song
Okay.
to fit Jackie. So I'm used to singing it that way.
No problem.
Hmm. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Chickamauga goes walking, and when she passes, each boy she passes goes. When she walks, she's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently that when she passes each boy she passes goes. Oh, but I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. But each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Chickamauga goes walking, and when she passes, I smile, but she doesn't see. Oh, but I want her so badly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. But each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, Not at me, tall and tan, and young and lovely, the girl from Chickamauga goes walking, and when she passes, I smile, but she doesn't see, she doesn't see, she doesn't see.
Nice. I would like to hear you sing that in a different key too.
Yeah, me too. It's like low.
I found it. I found the tool. Um, you can change tempo, da da da, and pitch.
Okay.
And I've done it a couple times, and it produces a good quality change. It doesn't become warped or warbly. Like, the on YouTube, you probably noticed if you slow it down, it starts to sound really weird.
Like playing a 45 record at 33 speed. Yeah.
That's, yeah, and that's warped. So I put it in your notes.
Thank
Um,
you.
you
Wonderful.
are very welcome. Okay, so yeah, that's a nice song. I feel like the the I think that definitely want to play with the pitch, but there's another thing. You know how I've talked about with the voice, I can't just say hit this key and this will be right, right? I have to like describe all these different metaphors and everything.
Right.
Um, so right now you're singing the song, but in this case you're not working the song. You're just singing it, and and there's not a lot of energy to your voice. So
I mean
there's
that's a bad thing.
correct.
Or
It's just
okay.
not. It's not a very
Hmm.
interesting sound. Right? It's not very captivating. Put it that way. So if
Yeah.
it weren't for all the movement and your enthusiasm and everything, they're like, it's the kind of thing that is easily background music. That's just background music, okay? And that's not what you want.
Lenny,
You
the
want,
professional elevator music
well,
musician.
and you want a voice that makes people go, "What?" That's what you want. So that's why I want you to play with the key. But secondly, I want you to imagine, let me make sure I'm not, yeah, okay. Um, I want you to imagine that the focus of the sound, the focus of the note, I'm not talking about the pitch.
Mhm.
You want the pitch to be right, okay? But the focus of the sound is like a little ball of fire. Have I done this little ball of fire thing with you yet? Okay. So I want you to imagine it's a ball of fire. And the more focused it is and intense the sound is, the brighter the ball of fire is. That's visual one, right? This kind of thing. But also, right now, that focus of sound is kind of inside your head. And that produces the sound of like of an uninteresting song.